So welcome to our almost finished house. It's a 1950s ex-council house. It only ever had one coal fire. So to actually have heating in it is actually a joy, I will say, after 4 years. This is why we bought the property. A lovely big plot of land on it, fruit trees, vegetable patch, the works, absolutely idyllic, but the house was an absolute mess, so hence trying to bring it up to spec with the land that it's on. So through here with our nice big radiators, we've got verticals the whole way through. So this used to be a concrete solid floor, absolutely freezing, and it just sucked any heat out of the house. In our previous house, there were so many walls and doors, it was like an absolute sort of rabbit warren to get through. So the kids were having breakfast in one area, you're stuck in a tiny kitchen with no interaction with them. It was all new floors, ceilings, walls, everything in the current house came out. So it's all brand. So this is our entrance hall, made specifically big because we have 2 kids and a dog and need plenty of space. This is our biggest pinch point in our house. School runs, school shoes, rugby kits, everything. So this is bespoke, made bigger. We wanted to come through the front door and think, we're home. Energy efficient lighting, and we're having a little reading nook is our plan underneath the stairs just over here. So we bespoke designed these stairs. Little space there for our 11-year-old to have a little reading bit. Through here though, we spent a lot of money getting pocket doors in because we don't want anyone to see our rubbish. So the plan is moving forward, you come through here, follow me. We're going to have a big sort of coat rack, shoes, rugby kits, hockey kits, the works. It's called our boot room utility. We have a dog, a spaniel, so plenty of mud and leads, etc. So again, dirty zone for her. Another pocket door to hide our downstairs toilet. We've got washing machine integrated that's going in, sink for washing the dog, etc. Hiding all our clutter. And then through in this bit here is our plant room. So this is where all the magic happens with our Samson air source heat pump, which we have outside, directly behind this wall. That links all of this together, cylinder, hot water. We've got a combination of radiators in the old part of the house and underfloor in the large extension that we've done here. We've got 10 solar panels on the existing roof and a 5 kilowatt battery as well. So we wanted to plan this specifically. So we had this lovely big breakfast bar. The kids, as of this week, now sit here and have their breakfast. We're pottering around making a brew and doing the packed lunches. And it's just a nice sort of communal space for them, as well as having a little glass of wine in the evening. So this is bespoke designed. Howdens did this piece of work for us. Again, in terms of appliances, we made sure we went as energy efficient as we could. Again, in terms of having storage for everything, this is probably the biggest kitchen we have owned. But there is a space for absolutely everything, which is great, future-proofing us moving forward. And the old door from our coal shed that I stripped back as well. So a bit of history in there from many, many years of painting. Just a case of upcycling. I didn't want anything to be going out to be, out to landfill or burn. So as much as we could reuse, we can. And there's plans for some shelving, etc., from our old joists to go on there as well. So this is our new lounge. So previously this was a single-storey extension, which we ripped off the side. So our coal fire literally used to be here with a chimney breast that went all the way up through the ceiling, all removed, and a nice step down into our lounge. And underfloor heating underneath here, suspended block and beam floor. The main thing we were going for here was as high on the ceilings as we could because we were restricted in the existing house. It was all new floors, ceilings, walls, everything in the current house came out. So it's all brand new, but we wanted a little bit of sort of a loftier height in this bit, hence dropping the floor to give us a different zone because it's full integrated living all the way through, open plan. But we wanted loads and loads of light. We have wonderful views out across the fields. This is why we bought the property. Perfect. So this is our son's room. Again, trying to be as environmentally friendly as possible. We've actually utilised our old floorboards that we pulled out of the house. He had great fun stripping them and making himself a bit of a feature wall here as well. So again, that sustainable element, a nice bit of texture and warmth just to lift his room. We've kept the OSB wall. A lot of our house is made of OSB. I quite like it as a material, so I decided instead of just plastering over the whole lot, we'd leave some of it exposed just to give a bit of texture to the room. This is a temporary accommodation for my wife and I at the minute. This will be our guest room moving forward. Again, a nice colour drench, a bit of a bold colour. So to have a bespoke space was really key to have people to stay. This is a nice fun room. This is, I'll do all the lights. This is our daughter's room. Absolutely spoiled rotten. She's 11, she is very opinionated and she knew exactly what she wanted from the design. So colour choices were all hers, but as part of the design, this wasn't going to exist, this sort of mezzanine floor. We would have just lost it with the walls that would have gone straight up. So we decided actually to make a feature of it. So at some point there'll be a bit of a reading nook or something up there for her as well. But for now, she's very happy to be back in a bedroom with carpets. The plan originally was actually to put this apex at the front of the house, but the planning team were not happy with that. So actually it worked out as a blessing. This is our main bedroom. That is our view every morning with the sun coming up and then setting over there. And in terms of the feature of it, we tried to keep as much of the vaulted ceiling as we could, as opposed to boxing it all off over the top of the ensuite, which is just through there. But a lovely space, not too big. I think the plan was, ideally everyone wants a large, bedroom, but you don't really need it. So we decided again to be quite modest on what we've done, make it usable for us. Still work in progress. Through here, getting a bit of grouting done on the shower within our ensuite. So hopefully by next week this will all be functioning. Let's say carpets in, get the rest of the furniture in, and then start on some smaller projects. So that's where we are at now.